Hello to all of my patrons and the people who could wait a year. We're about to do the 60-second topic. That's right, I only have 60 seconds to talk about the topic, whatever it may be. I'm pretty excited. Nobody sponsored this one, so I will be finding out what it is on the fly, and then I have 60 seconds to tell you all about it. And I totally did that because I needed an excuse to not have to do a lot this week, because I'm in the process of moving. You'll notice I'm in my car, the titular car of Fix My Carcast, which does not have a name. I don't know what's canon. Check the bonus episodes to find out what's canon. Anyway, about to kick this one off. I did not think of an opening line, so I'd better think of one because I have about 5 seconds. Does somebody want to sponsor me to watch all the Gone in 60 Seconds movies? I could do better. So this is where the theme song goes. I just leave a gap so that I can find it in the edit. I can't read this. There we go. You're listening to Fix My Carcast, hosted by Bear Claw Billy, and this is episode 108. Comedian and musician Keith Hebert is training to be a Minuteman, but first, housekeeping. This is the show where you pick what I say and how I say it. Pick a topic or prompt by donating to the GoFundMe, and vote on the gimmick by joining my Patreon for just $1 a month. Join at the $5 or higher level, and also get bonus episodes and behind-the-scenes footage. Links are in the description. Also down there, merch. Get yourself some merch. Go 0 to 60 to TeePublic and get yourself a Fix My Carcast t-shirt. No new donors this week. The total raised for paying off my car repair debt is still holding at $2,001. Also, when we get to $3,000, I will record an episode at sea. Fun fact, did you know that this whole podcast disappears when we hit $10,000? That's better than stealing cars and having sex. I'm pretty sure that's a line from that movie. Hey, do you like the theme song? No? Well, if you make a donation of $50 or more, in addition to picking an episode topic, you get to change one thing about the theme song forever. Unless somebody else changes it back. Want me to speed it up so the whole thing is only 1 second long? I'll do it. $50. Actually, please do that. It would go way faster. No new patrons this week. Bummer. Now it's time for a topic suggestion. I'll suggest topics I think I could easily talk about for a whole episode, though admittedly, I think the show is more fun when it's something I'm completely clueless about. So, something I could talk about is Weird Al Yankovic. The episode of Fix My Carcast where I snuck in 10 Weird Al lyrics is still far and away my most popular episode, and I want to collect some data on whether it's because I so passionately spoke about camp and tackiness and popularity, or if a bunch of alcoholics just wanted to play Spot the Lyrics. That said, I've never actually done an episode about Weird Al, and boy, could I! Want to know more? Donate today. Checking in on the best city in the world based on which city listened to the last episode the most, and we've got us another singles night tie. Ties are broken by whichever city listened to the most episodes, and our big winner is Portland, Maine. Congratulations, Portland, Maine. Let it be known that your National Institute of Standards and Technology, NOAA's Earth System Research Laboratory, and 1619 Pine Street are the best in the world for 7 days. Last episode, I talked about the Fast and Furious films while watching all of the Fast and Furious movies and then recording my podcast at the end. You can see video of the entire episode, plus 20 extra minutes of footage featuring time-lapse cams and credits confessionals over on Patreon. Also, head over to Patreon for a bonus episode where I talk about how I prepped myself for a 24-hour movie binge and some further insights on the Toretto family's escapades. Okay, let's talk next week's gimmick poll. These are your choices for next week's episode gimmick. They are: discuss the opposite of the topic, do it like a film noir detective, wear underwear on my head, and our returning gimmick, toilet paper my own room. I'm in the process of moving, so I had to make them all kind of easy to do on the fly. Let's review. Number 1, discuss the opposite of the topic. Number 2, do it like a film noir detective. Number 3, wear underwear on my head. And our returning gimmick, number 4, toilet paper my own room. We'll see which room is the one that actually gets toilet papered. Remember that any gimmick that gets just a single vote is eligible for a second chance in 6 weeks. Be sure to vote over on Patreon. The poll closes February 1st at noon Eastern America time. All right. Time for today's gimmick, which is discuss the topic in 60 seconds. Of course, gimmicks don't start until housekeeping is out of the way in case any of them prevent me from sharing vital information. But now, we are entering the gimmick zone. From this point on, gimmicks are active and everything is improvised. There's no sponsored topic for today's episode, so I'll take inspiration from a randomized Wikipedia page, which is, and I have random Wikipedia pages printed off here. As a matter of fact, let me even throw a couple off the top out, just so I can't get accused of cheating. My hands are too full right now. But what I'm going to do, because this is special conditions, I only have 60 seconds to talk about the topic. I'm going to get the timer up now. I have a timer right here on my iPad in my hands, and I will display it so the camera can see it at all times. I haven't looked at the topic yet, okay? Once I look at the topic, I'm going to give it a quick skim and then start the timer, and then the episode will be over. It's going to be a short one, folks, okay? If there's dead air, I don't know, I'll put some music there or something, or maybe Stamps can read you a poem, okay? All right, so I am looking at the topic, but I am not starting the timer yet. And also, once I see what the topic is, I will not tell you because that counts as discussing the topic. So here we go, seeing what the topic is. I cannot believe what I got. You know what? I feel like video version people, you get a special sneak peek. You get to see what it is. Do you see that? Wow. What are the odds? Okay. Not allowed to discuss it yet. I'm going to skim it, but it's something I know a little bit about. Okay. All right. Okay, this is really fun. All right, I've got the timer ready to go. Oh my gosh. Well, I didn't need much skimming time, so sorry you didn't get a song or a poem. But okay, once I hit start on the timer, that's it. That's all the time I have. I'm gonna need this on my lap. Also, one of the other topics fell by mistake. All right. Here we go. 60 seconds on the clock, and today's topic is Drogon. That's right, I got a disambiguation page for Drogon. Drogon, as I know it, is one of the 3 dragons hatched by Daenerys Targaryen in the Game of Thrones franchise. If you haven't seen my show, Hell of Thrones, go check it out over on YouTube. But apparently there are other things called Drogon. Apparently it's the name of several medieval individuals, which is typically spelled Drogo in English. There is Drogon Chogyal Phagpa, the 5th leader of the Sakya school of Tibetan Buddhism. Drogon in the books, Drogon in the show, same thing. Drogon is also the debut novel, the debut novel of Arthur Van Schendel. There's also Drogon Software, which is C++ 14/17 based HTTP application framework, and also Pseudo-Calotes Drogon, Drogon's false garden lizard, a species of agamid lizard found in Malaysia. As always, breathe fire. Stop, you fucker. Not the dumbest episode, but what are the odds? Sorry, if you're a fan of mine from before this podcast, I rather famously am not a fan of Game of Thrones, and not one of those turned my back on it because it was so good and then it got bad. No, it was always bad, folks. Oh shit, which one is Drogon? I have to throw that one out now. Wow. I don't know if that could have gone any better in terms of something that I could, in fact, read in 60 seconds. Holy shit. Was not expecting that. Holy fucking shit. Also, by the way, if you're new to the YouTube or new to Patreon, this doesn't count as part of the show. We're out of the body of the show now. Believe it or not, I don't even know if that's the shortest episode of the show I've ever done. I just needed one that I could get done quick without a lot of post-production. Boy, I'm losing daylight. That is hilarious. That is hilarious. Out of all of the articles on Wikipedia, I got a Game of Thrones one. That is wild. That is absolutely wild. And that's about all I had to say anyway. So all right, I got to finish packing and go have that threesome. Bye.